In a world where comic book movies have become dark and grim, return to the superhero film full of fun, optimism, bright colors, and camp.
That's a bad outfit!
Maybe a little too much camp.
Bad vibrations?
Okay, we get it already. Superman the movie. Suit up for the superhero classic that proved that even in 1978, Superman still couldn't get top billing in his own movie. Instead, he placed third banana to stars Gene Hackman, who refused to shave his head to play Lex Luthor, and Marlon Brando, who producers were too scared to tell that he was mispronouncing Krypton.
You are the only survivor of the planet Krypton. Planet Krypton. Planet Krypton. Krypton.
Yeah, you got it wrong, but would you correct The Godfather? Christopher Reeve is pitch perfect as Superman, a flying Jesus metaphor who is sent to Earth in a Christmas tree ornament.
I have sent them you, my only son.
He's a buff Boy Scout, here to fight for truth, justice, and the American way.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
That's what I said. Who is so fun to watch, you'll ignore the fact that he's kind of a dork.
Hi.
And a super buzzkill.
You really shouldn't smoke, Miss Lane.
Who's so dumb he gives away his origin and weaknesses in an interview.
I sort of have a problem seeing through lead.
He can't see through lead.
But who cares? Because he'll always be my Superman, okay? Look, up in the sky, it's love, as Superman meets his match in Lois Lane, a superstar writer struggling against her inability to spell.
How many T's in bloodletting? How do you spell massacre?
There's only one P in rapist.
What kind of story is she working on?
It's with sex, it's got violence, it's got the ethnic angle.
Seriously, what the hell is she writing? She's a perfectly sane person, with a perfectly insane rhyming inner monologue.
You can fly. You belong in the sky.
Watch as she tries to bang the super hot alien by trading thinly veiled dirty talk.
Do you have a girlfriend?
If I did, Miss Lane, you'd be the first to know about it.
I assume then that the rest of your bodily functions are normal? What color underwear am I wearing?
Pink.
In a conversation so steamy, Superman will turn back time to save her when she dies in an earthquake. Hey Soups, I know she was your girlfriend, but a couple more spins could have undone the entire earthquake. Saved a few lives, billions of dollars of property damage, but I get it, you're into pink.
I like pink very much, Lois.
Strap in as Superman faces off with his nemesis, Lex Luthor, a criminal super genius who dresses like Andre 3000. Watch as this infamous supercriminal challenges the Man of Steel with an overly complicated plot that involves using missiles and earthquakes to destroy California so that he can turn a bunch of desert property he purchased into beachfront real estate.
Costa del Ex.
Dude, if I wanted to see an industrialist with a bad wig talk about real estate, I'd watch the presidential debates. Am I right? Zing! So return to the movie that pioneered the tropes comic book movies have been following ever since, like setting up sequels, unnecessary origin stories for popular characters, shoehorning in comic book lingo,
This fortress of solitude.
using time travel to fix your mistakes, destroying famous landmarks, and sky beams.
Dad, are you still talking about that old Superman movie?
What are you doing down here? Go bother your mom.
I think it's so boring. The new Superman has super cool fight scenes.
This one has tons of action, too. Let's see, there's...
Oh, thank you.
Well, what about...
Come on. Here you go, miss.
Holy crap, there aren't any fights in this whole movie.
Also, it looks dumb when your Superman flies. New Superman looks totally awesome when he flies.
Look, in 1978, these special effects were awesome, okay? And hey, at least my Superman didn't kill anyone.
Actually, I really appreciated Cal's value for life being something he has to earn by being forced to take one. As a pantheon of American pulp culture, Superman should evolve to reflect society for what it is, not what we wish it was.
Just get the fuck out of my booth. Starring Friendly Cavill, White Rashida Jones, Jesse Eisenberg Sr., Peter Parker, and the God's Father, fun Man of Steel. Was it necessary to see baby Superman's bait and tackle? Good call, two fans. Let's crack open the Honest Trailer Vault. From the production company behind Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, comes a Superman movie so bad, it likely killed the entire franchise for 19 years.
Right, stop! Stop, that's enough!
Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Christopher Reeve is back for one last paycheck as Superman in one of the corniest movies of the decade, which is saying a lot since this is the 80s.
The name of the game is making money.
Watch as this mild-mannered dork turns into this mild-mannered dork.
I'd like all the people back there to know that our subway system is still the safest and most reliable means of public transportation.
Recoil in horror at the return of mentally unstable actress Margot Kidder
Superman!
as she struggles to play Lois Lane.
He's doing his best to make sure that it'll be all right for the rest of them.
Yeesh. And Gene Hackman returning as Lex Luthor, an evil genius who can't pronounce the word nuclear.
Nuclear powered,
Nuclear strategist, nuclear bomb, nuclear warhead,
nuclear man.
The quest for peace begins when this dumb, overdubbed kid
I tell you, I'd write a letter to that would do some good.
Who, Santa Claus?
No, Superman.
guilts Superman into collecting all of the world's nuclear weapons that he'll stuff into this big net and throw into the sun, which somehow the UN is totally cool with. Confused? Just wait. We're only getting started. Watch as Lex and Ducky from Pretty in Pink easily cut Superman's indestructible hair, strap it onto a missile, and launch it into the sun to inexplicably create Nuclear Man.
Destroy Superman now.
Behold the super side of two grown men in spandex going toe-to-toe in some of the most poorly executed sissy fights ever put to celluloid. Wow, this is bad. This is really bad. What the heck was that? What is this, space tag? Nails? Really? Come on, you're Superman. Do something. That looks terrible. He scratched him? Superman lost from a scratch? That made no sense. Ugh. Are we sure we want to release this thing? Marvel at Superman's powers that you know and love, and stare in wide-eyed disbelief at these new, completely made-up powers, like rebuilding the Great Wall of China with his eyes, lowering people with his mind, and helping this woman breathe in outer space. So if you thought this year's Predator and Spaceballs looked too polished, then we've got the summer film for you. Filled with terrible blue screen, fake miniatures, ridiculous oversized props, really, really terrible blue screen, and the same flying shots used over and over and over and over again. Seriously, these are all the same shot? You couldn't do one more take? That's lazy, you guys. Starring Captain America, Hackman, Desperately Seeking Superman, Charlie Sheen, Betty Ford, and Dolph Lundgren-ish. Superman IV, The Quest for Peace. Man, this movie's bad. At least it's not Marvel, right? Those guys will never figure out how to make movies. Before the balls-to-the-wall mayhem of Man of Steel, but after the balls-to-the-wall nonsense of Superman 4, there was the balls-to-the-wall boredom of Superman Returns. After Warner Brothers canceled Superman projects by Tim Burton, McGee, and director Brett Ratner, prepare for Bryan Singer's bland mix of homage, sequel, remake, and reboot in this hobuquel that takes everything you love about the older films and just kinda does that again.
You really shouldn't smoke this thing.
There can be a great people color, then we should be.
I certainly hope this little incident hasn't put you off flying as you off flying. Statistically speaking, still the safest way to travel.
Christopher Reeve is Superman, and Brandon Routh is doing a pretty good impression of him. He's the same dorky all-American hero, but with a brand new twist. Now, he's also a deadbeat dad who knocked up Lois Lane, then left for 5 years to go double-check on some rocks. But Supes isn't the only throwback at this Donner Party. Kevin Spacey stars as Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor, with his life sentence overturned in the worst court decision since O.J.
The appeals court called Superman as a witness, and he wasn't around.
Lex is free to pursue his stupid real estate schemes.
You're building an island? Why?
With his stupid sidekicks and collection of stupid wigs. Whoa, no way. Did that wig grow up to become Jesse Eisenberg? After 5 years of letting Earth fend for itself, Superman has returned to get back in the pants of his ex-girlfriend. Watch Kal-El super stalk Lois Lane,
Chinese if he's allergic.
who still can't spell.
How many F's are there in catastrophic?
None.
Has the password you would expect Lois Lane to have.
Try Superman.
And constantly lies to her perfect boyfriend about her one-night stand with Superman.
I spent the night with Superman.
Come on. It was the title of an interview.
Which means James Marsden has now lost girls to Superman, Wolverine, and Ryan freaking Gosling. And in the end, gets rewarded for his loyalty by raising a kid who might not even be his.
You are not the father.
Suit up in your Sunday best, because if you thought Zack Snyder was way too on the nose with the Jesus imagery, Bryan Singer will really nail you in the wrist with it, as Superman falls from the sky doing cross arms, has his side pierced with a spear, dies and comes back to life, and floats around in heaven listening to prayers, which is all pretty ironic considering Superman was invented by 2 Jewish guys from Cleveland. So get ready for some of the best Superman action, and arguably the best Superman action sequence, in a film where Superman rescues a ton of people, and yet still has time to be a boring Moby Dick. See, Zach, you can have it both ways, but don't let the action fool you. Watch as the sleepy remake gets bogged down with tons of boring stuff, like moping, newspaper reading, crystal fondling, the one song you can play on piano, Parker Posey silently reacting to things, waiting for stuff to happen.
Wow, that's really something, Lex.
Wait for it.
And a final battle where Superman faces off against an inanimate island. Starring Christopher Routh, Damsel in Distress, House of Shards, Super Muppet, Cyclops, Kal-El Penn, the Batman v Superman script, and why is Parker Posey in this movie, and why is she holding an enormous glass of olives? Man of Feels. So Lois still doesn't know Clark Kent is Superman? Even after they had sex? I mean, come on, it's so obvious a child could see it. From Zack Snyder, the visionary director behind Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, comes the world's most hopeful superhero in his inevitable dark, moody Christopher Nolan update. Because God forbid a Superman movie be any damn fun for anybody. Man of Steel. Prepare for a mopey, violent reboot guaranteed to depress adults and frighten small children, where one of America's greatest icons, Superman, is played by this Englishman with the acting range of a crumpet.
Who are you? I am your father, Cal. That's my name.
But my God, what a beefcake. He's the hero who stood for truth, justice, and the American way, but this time stands for destroying American property.
That's a $12 million piece of hardware.
It was.
The Canadian Arctic. This guy's livelihood. Bruce Wayne's satellite. Downtown Smallville. And like half of Metropolis. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's coming right for us. Everybody run! Journey to Superman's birthplace of Pandora, Krypton, an alien planet full of Avatar birds, Matrix babies, sepia tone, way too many subplots.
Krypton's core is collapsing.
This council has been disbanded.
I know you stole the Codex.
I will find him!
And ships shaped like wangs. Meet General Zod, a Kryptonian out to destroy humanity with the power of dubstep. In order to defeat Zod, Superman must decide which of his 2 Robin Hood dads to listen to. Space Dad says show off your powers to inspire humanity.
You could be the bridge between 2 peoples.
Farm Dad says hide your powers and let innocent people die.
What was I supposed to do? Just let them die?
Maybe. Watch Superman honor them both as he shows off his powers and lets innocent people die. Meet Lois Lane, a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter.
I'm a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter.
That's what I just said. She's a superhero in her own right, with the powers of staying alive in sub-freezing temperatures, scaling ice mountains, seducing hot space dudes, and showing up wherever the plot needs her to be.
General Zod would like this woman to accompany me.
Come on, there's no reason she should be on that military plane.
It's supposed to go in all the way!
That's what she said. When Lois uses her Nikon camera to photograph this Budweiser drinking alien, she'll discover the truth from his friend at the IHOP. But when Zod sends her a message on this Nokia phone, it's up to Superman to take him on with this U-Haul truck through this 7-Eleven, back to the IHOP, and inside this Sears. So, if you loved the Christopher Reeve-era Superman movies, but wish they made them less hopeful, killed countless civilians, visualized our worst fears of urban terrorism, and had Superman overcome his first villain by murdering him with his bare hands, DC has made the reboot for you, psycho. Yikes. Starring Specific Zod, April O'Neil, Ghost Dad, Fallout box art, Kevin Costco, Perry Black, Superman pooping, and those pin art desk toy things. You know, from Spencer's Gifts, the one used to press your face against. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Man of Steel. Can't believe I'm now actually rooting for Ben Affleck to kick this guy's ass. From Zack Snyder and his accurately named production company comes the blockbuster that united the world's two biggest superheroes and divided everyone else. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Get ready for the battle of the century between critics and fans that had the movie's most rabid supporters sending out death threats, while its harshest critics refused to admit that anything about it was cool, even though you'd be lying if you thought this wasn't awesome. And this wasn't ridiculous.
Save Martha! Why did you say that name?
Warner Brothers needed a surefire mega hit to keep pace with the MCU. Now, they're pairing a screenwriter who once said, Batman vs. Superman is where you go when you admit to yourself you've exhausted all possibilities, and a director who once said, Batman could get raped in prison. That could happen in my movie? Really strange choices in retrospect. You were promised the dawn of the Justice League, and they delivered an email attachment as the DC Extended Universe kicks off with a folder of low-res QuickTime videos. Who designed the logos? Leaving audiences with a cool new Batman movie, trapped inside a boring, convoluted Superman sequel, trapped inside whatever cartoon Lex Luthor is from.
I'll learn. Ahoy, ahoy. And I am... No, what am I? What was I saying?
The Man of Steel you know and fear has returned.
Lazy!
And even he's not sold on the whole Superman gig.
Superman was never real.
Witness the hero who once stood for truth, justice, and the American way stand for brooding, moping, and wondering why he even bothers, as the film's main character has nothing to do but silently look constipated, get horrible pep talks from his parents,
Be anything they need you to be, or be none of it.
suck at his job,
Who's that?
and refuse to fight back against his toughest opponent yet, cable news.
Superman was involved in the planning of this attack.
He is not a hero.
Must there be a Superman?
Stop scowling and book an interview. Smile. Go to carpool karaoke and sing that 5 for Fighting song.
I'm more than a bird. I'm more than a plane.
But my God, he's still a beefcake. Those abs are so good, you won't even notice how fake those eggs are. Watch Zack Snyder prove once and for all that the hero he really wanted to make movies about is this guy. Or at least his weird murdery fanfic version. Ben Affleck shines as Batman, who's one part CrossFit bro, one part Superman, one part Tony Stark, one part Arkham video game, and one part actual bat? thrill while the world's greatest detective finally gets to do some actual detective work, as the actor we all assumed would be the worst part of this movie is by far the best part of this movie.
Tell me, do you bleed?
Also, everything Wonder Woman did was really cool. Sorry if that seems kind of tacked on and out of place, but you know, so was she.
She with you?
I thought she was with you.
Of course she's with you. You sent her an email like half an hour ago, remember? Watch the Dark Knight grow to hate Superman for clear, obvious reasons, while Superman grows to hate Batman back because Lex Luthor hired someone to kill a criminal Batman, Brandon, before he put him in prison, so that when Clark Kent refused to cover the local football team and investigated the Gotham vigilante instead, he would conclude that... Look, I don't have time to explain the whole thing. Can we just roll Lex's plan real quick? Okay, let's see here. Okay, right, the CIA, yeah. Let's see, okay, I don't even remember that part. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, step 9A, yeah. Okay, I forgot about that part. Pee in a jar? Man, this is complicated. You don't have to throw everything but the kitchen sink into your evil plan? And there's the sink. You've been waiting since you were a kid to see these two icons go toe-to-toe. Well, keep waiting for 2 f***ing hours through boring congressional hearings.
Let me say at the outset that I'm grateful to our witness.
So much journalism.
Why aren't we covering this?
And a semester's worth of intro to philosophy lectures.
God is all-powerful. He cannot be all good.
To finally get the awesome fight you were promised in the title. That ends after just 8 minutes because their moms have the same name.
Martha! Martha! Martha!
Martha.
I know Batman's hung up on his dead parents, but come on!
He has the power to wipe out the entire human race, and if we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy, we have to take it as an absolute certainty.
Having a mom changes none of that motivation, no matter what her name is. You can write all the essays you want, convincing yourself this was brilliant. Then again, dumb is a one-syllable word that covers it pretty well. So suit up for a film that was so highly anticipated, it could never have lived up to the hype, that had to deliver the fight fans have wanted to see on the big screen for decades, address the controversy around Man of Steel, make enough money to compete with Marvel, be a sequel to Man of Steel and a Batman solo movie, pander to Jar of Pea enthusiasts, form the Justice League, introduce Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, Lex Luthor, Parademons, Doomsday, Steppenwolf, the death of Superman? Whose idea was it to cram all this into one movie? They just burned through like 6 movies worth of good material. Ugh. But at least Suicide Squad looks pretty cool though, right? Starring Batfleck Forever, Last Son of Krypton, Lady in the Water, Jeremy's Iron, Hector Salamanca, Teenage Mutant Abomination Lord of the Rings Cave Troll, Max Landis. Worst product placement ever. What the hell is even happening here? I had to ask like 10 hardcore DC fans, and even some of them didn't know. Xena, Warrior cameo. A Democratic senator from Kentucky? Sure, why not? Tonight, a comedian died in Gotham. Martha Wayne and Martha Kent. Oh, now I get it. Nope, still dumb. Fans v. Batman v. Superman, v. critics v. other fans, v. executives, v. Zack Snyder, v. expectations. Can't do them all justice.
How come Dad never left Kansas?
You let him die in a tornado, remember? Somewhere between the awful Suicide Squad and the excellent Wonder Woman, a new DC movie will get it sorted down the middle. But when the best comic book characters ever unite for a film that's just okay, you blew it! Again! Ah! How does this keep happening? Justice League. In the midst of a production beset by tragedy, Warner Brothers bravely forged ahead so executives could keep their bonuses, mixing Zack Snyder's trademark gloom with the optimism of Joss Whedon and the priorities of Brett Ratner's production company.
Oof, you're gorgeous.
That results in its own signature blend of orange. Lots and lots of orange. Man, I wish they released the Snyder Cut. Also, man, I wish the Snyder Cut wasn't a made-up fanboy pipe dream. Witness a film that looks like it's being rendered right before your eyes, where this CGI villain steals these CGI boxes from their CGI hiding places, uniting the CGI heroes in a big CGI fight on a CGI battlefield until the CGI hero merges with this CGI box, while the CGI villain gets punched in the mouth by the hero with a mouth made out of CGI.
Yes, ma'am.
Ugh, that just looks wrong. Meet the Justice League, a bunch of sad losers.
I want to be left alone.
If you stay up here brooding and processing.
Well, I wouldn't count on the tribes of men.
I need friends.
Who occasionally make jokes now.
Dostoevsky.
There's Wonder Woman, the three-dimensional hero turned into girl hung up on her ex.
I lost someone I loved.
I once knew a man who would have loved to fly it. When it's your fault, they're all Steve Trevor.
Poseidon, king of the Broshan.
My man.
Cyborg, who's there.
Booyah.
Spider-Man, who in this movie goes by the Flash. Superman, God, that mouth is so distracting. Poor Henry Cavill worked out for months for this role, but all I can look at is weird fake baby mouth. They really couldn't just shave his mustache, or grow a beard, or, delay the movie? And of course, the Batman. He may not be that tough. Or that smart.
So your genius move is dying.
Or that careful with his secret identity.
Dressed like a bat.
You're out of your mind, Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
You're the Batman?
As a bat signal, that's your... Oh, sorry. That's your signal.
But... Wait, there's no but? That's a shame. He was the best part of the last one. Prepare for the arrival of Steppenwolf, DC's scariest horn-helmeted minor god villain with a giant-bladed weapon since the movie right before this one. He's got a generic look, a generic motivation.
He lived only to conquer.
And super generic dialogue.
Find the last one. Its power will cleanse this world. You're all too weak to see the truth. I am the end of worlds.
But no character since Buster Bluth has ever been this much of a mother lover.
Mother, I know, mother. Praise to the mother. I see, mother.
What the hell is that?
These are my words, Mother. From Army.
How is it possible they ripped off everything from the Avengers except the good villain? Come on, Joss. It's not stealing if you do it from yourself. After all the intricate plotting of Batman v Superman, check out a sequel that says, whoops, never mind, pretending Batman knew Clark Kent for more than 15 minutes.
The team needs Clark.
Pretending the world didn't hate Superman before he died.
So much bitterness. Of course, I think it's all because he's gone.
And pretending that bizarre Flash nightmare sequence never happened.
Too soon! You have to find us!
I mean, that was clearly meant for when this movie was going to be a two-parter, right? So where the Avengers felt like the end of the beginning for the MCU, experience DC's big team-up movie that just kind of feels like the end, where they emptied out their Easter egg cupboard, united all their biggest superheroes, and tried everything they could to make it look like they still cared.
You know you can't do this forever.
I can barely do it now.
It's a shame, too. They were just starting to take some real steps toward heroism.
Save one.
What?
Save one person.
Okay, baby steps. Starring a wad of tinfoil scrunched around a laser pointer, Jason Momoa, the Dark Night Owl, the DCEU Hunger Games champion, Super Side-Eye, the voice of Warner Brothers.
We might not have thought this through.
Deathstroke, Smashed Mouth, Spider Car, does whatever a spider car does. Oh, Miles Dyson, when will you learn? Mike Pence.
I know, mother.
Speeder Parker. And they recast Luthor? Yay!
Care for a glass of Goudet Diamant?
Aww. And not starring. Trailer shots and scenes that weren't in the final movie. Aquaman consumed by water. Cyborg as a human in a Letterman jacket. The I didn't think you were real scene.
Didn't think you were real. I'm real and it's useful.
Cyborg fighting a tank and talking to a cop.
You should probably move.
Flash fighting a parademon. Cyborg as a human playing football. The original blue color palette in sequence. Bruce looking at holographic Superman. Barry breaking glass. Alfred talking to a mysterious visitor.
You said you'd come.
And Lois and Clark discussing their engagement.
I'll take that as a yes.
What?
Warner Brothers presents Joss Whedon's Zack Snyder's Justice League, Part 1 of 1. So, why does everyone in this movie have super smelling?
Fear. I can smell it.
The demons must have caught the scent of the mother box.
Her scent is on you.
You could smell a story.
You recognize that smell?
You smell good.
Did I not before?
From the director of the Justice League's trailer comes the film that rose from the ashes to redeem that burnt orange tire fire, transforming it from a movie that was 2 hours long and terrible to a movie that's 4 hours long and mediocre, proving once and for all, if you want to look great by comparison, just stand next to Joss Whedon. The Snyder Cut, for real this time. Prepare for a film that wouldn't exist without a powerful league uniting behind it, joining the internet's most devoted fans of targeted harassment, creatively bankrupt WB execs, a parent company who'd happily piss on the ashes of the last movie theater to sell more broadband, the writer who charted out Rise of Skywalker, and a director who was already self-indulgent before he formatted a film for IMAX, knowing it would be released on a streaming service. I think you just liked how the bars added more darkness to every scene, right? That's free darkness right there, baby. Black suit up for an entirely different take on the theatrical release, except for its plot, setting, main characters, and themes, where, if you recall, a gray CGI monster covered in spikes wants to destroy the world, who's out to impress his gray CGI monster boss. But this time, follow in excruciating detail as this gray CGI monster reports his progress to his gray CGI monster boss's gray CGI monster executive assistant.
Decide. I call to thee. I have found one of the three. The one that woke and called. Let me make a plea to him that I may come home. After I take the combined power of the two mother boxes, I've been able to finish. I bring news. Before mighty Darkseid came. No protectors here. No lanterns. The anti-life equation is carved into the surface of this very world.
Meanwhile, Batman is still assembling a team of heroes to protect the Earth, where they will work together to bring back Superman and quickly prove that there's no point to a Justice League once you brought back Superman. Honestly, they have nothing to do besides stand in a neat little line together. Good job, team. Okay, Soups, take it from here. With 2.5 Casablancas worth of runtime to fill, everyone's getting more character depth. Like Aquaman, who doesn't want to live under the sea, but doesn't want to be where the people are either, because the surface world is full of horny Bjorks. The Flash, who's ditched the awkward jokes
Dostoevsky
for awkwardly touching his wiener next to Iris West. Batman, who has so little to offer the team, they give him and Alfred a little airplane to work on as a treat.
Best minds away in aerospace couldn't make it fly.
Oh, Christ.
Wonder Woman, a goddess haunted by her own relentless theme music. And Cyborg, where the change from Joss Whedon to Zack Snyder is most apparent.
Booyah.
The world.
Watch Ray Fisher shine as the emotional heart of the story and the heir to Batman's mantle of depression, who's lost his body, lost his parents, and might be the only college football star to risk losing his place on the team for academic violations.
That doesn't mean he can hack into our system to change his friend's grades.
You know this dude plays for Gotham U and they just beat a Big Ten program like Wisconsin? Not only does he get a pass for hacking grades, there's a 90% chance Bruce Wayne just bought him an Escalade. Prepare your anus for Snyder's trademark brand of muscular visual filmmaking, packed to the brim with hunks allergic to their own shirts.
Here.
Boo! Boo that woman! where every action scene got immeasurably better thanks to new additions like Amazon horse violence, Atlantean bloodbending, the gods of Olympus reminding Darkseid who's the daddy, extreme sesame seed close-ups, and heroes who take time to inspire the next generation before their victims' brains have even finished dripping down the walls.
Can I be like you someday?
You can be anything you want to be.
But man, at the risk of beating a dead Superman, this guy loves his slow motion. I mean, come on. The Flash's super speed gets the same treatment as Lois Lane putting down a cup of coffee. Is her drink going back in time, or is she just extra sad about her husband? So gather round for the epic culmination of a mass movement built around the sincere belief that it wasn't enough for Zack Snyder to do whatever he wanted for 2 box office disappointments. It's not enough that grim superhero storytelling is basically its own genre now. No, this film had to exist in its purest form. Or rather, this film always existed in its purest form, and the $70 million Warner spent on it was for, snacks or something. But now that it's finally here, Snyder's biggest fans can finally lay down their arms and be satisfied that their hero's journey got a proper ending. Oh, come on! So wave as you pass by scenes that were clearly setting up multiple sequels, teasing fans with the ultimate fantasy of watching Darkseid and Superman take the rest of Earth to Pound Town, ensuring that every tweet, article, or public statement about Warner Brothers will get swarmed with a hashtag Restore the Snyderverse, something that will never, ever happen. Until DC's annual firing of the executives and the next ones make it happen. Bullying remains undefeated, y'all. Wait, it's still not over? That was a natural place to stop. Welcome entirely new additions like Martian Manhunter, whose appearance raises questions like, where the f*** has Martian Manhunter been? And how often has he hit the town disguised as Diane Lane? And Jared Leto's Joker finally sharing a scene with Ben Affleck's Batman. I mean, they clearly didn't film together, but you can imagine what it would be like if they finally shared a scene.
Who's gonna give you a reach around?
It would suck. Okay, this thing is way too long, and I've been holding in pee since part 4. Can you just roll every time they say mother box? I'll be right back.
Mother boxes.
Mother boxes. Mother boxes. Mother boxes.
Mother box.
Mother boxes.
Mother boxes?
Mother boxes. Mother boxes. Mother box.
Mother boxes. Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother box. Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother box. Mother box. Mother box. Mother boxes. Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother boxes.
Ah, that's better. All right, time for starring. Daddy Warbats.
I'm rich.
Wonder Woman, restorer of ancient art and antiquities. Never mind. It's not a phase, Mom. This is who I am now. Every heist team needs an IT guy. Debbie Drowner.
I want to be left alone.
This is a bad idea. His father's dead because of us.
Quip Silver. Mr. T.
Put the water in first, so we don't scald the tea. That's probably enough tea. And then leave it to mash.
Big City Elegy.
Ah, put the spikes back on! Put the spikes back on!
Is this movie rushing or dragging? It's dragging. Maybe this guy should stop working with robots. The Boar is Lava.
I'm made of rocks, as you can see. I don't let that intimidate you.
Martha Manhunter. The Living Joke. Mira's accent?
The firstborn of beloved Queen Atlanta. You are the firstborn son of Queen Atlanta.
And your mama's box is so smelly, Steppenwolf can track it halfway across the globe.
You have been near a mother box. The scent is on you.
Oh! Justice League. Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Working on an ID sketch?
Where did they find that sketch artist? The leprechaun guy?